Today is really a very historic moment in time for our city here and our community especially. In just a few minutes tonight, we're going to unveil the renderings of our new Mesquite Veterans Memorial. But before we get into that and do that, I'd like to talk a little bit about how we got here, what the journey has been like, and it kind of gives us some idea of what this destination now that's becoming reality will look like. You know, this all started a number of years ago, and there was a vision by one man, and he's just put his head down because he didn't like his picture up on the thing, but I saw that, Randy. Randy Lawson has been very instrumental in all of the efforts to build the new memorial for our military veterans. You know, Randy's very passionate, and I know all of you here know that tonight. But not only is he passionate, but he's very relentless, and his dedication humbles a lot of us here in Mesquite, including myself. And many of you in this room have heard me talk about when he came to me years ago when I was on council, and I couldn't get any traction. I tried what I thought was the best that I could, and my traction didn't work. But Randy said, okay, then I'll do it, and he just took off. And I've apologized to him several times, but I did tell him one thing when I became elected as mayor, is I will do everything in my power to see that this gets finished, and I've tried to honor that for him. You know, Randy's been a leader in our community for a long time. He demonstrates compassion for all of us, but especially our military veterans and all their families. Randy and the group that he's been involved with and chaired, the Heroes of Mesquite, they've actually led the charge for many of us for quite some time now. He's championed many efforts and many campaigns to get us to where we are over the past few years. The Heroes of Mesquite and Randy have been our ambassadors for the project. Their efforts on social media and have kept people talking and talking about this memorial. They've never let the dream die. Their efforts to sell T-shirts and set up information tables at many events have just kept people aware, and the donations have been coming in. Because of Randy, the community has responded in a tremendous way. The project has seen donations from really everyone throughout our community. Our military veterans and their families have given. Our citizens have given. The nonprofits and various civic organizations, and of course our corporate community has reached into their pockets and given quite a bit. And speaking of that corporate community, we have had so many that have stepped up to help time and time again. The list is too long to read tonight, but there'll be a time for us to share that in the future. But I did want to mention and acknowledge Atmos Energy. Atmos stepped up with a $100,000 title sponsorship for this memorial, and it really energized our campaign. And it's inspired, their money has inspired other companies to donate. But you know, despite all of our efforts to this point, we're still not there yet. I mean, we've got a little ways to go. But this week is the 75th anniversary of D-Day. And just like D-Day, this campaign has landed on the beaches now. And it's begun a new chapter in our quest to honor the courage and sacrifice for those who have secured freedom for all of us. To cheat and paraphrase a little bit of Dwight D. Eisenhower, said, we're about to embark upon the great crusade toward which we have striven these many, many years. The eyes of Mesquite are upon all of us, and I have full confidence in our devotion and our duty to get this memorial built. We still need your help. We need your help, and we need your donations. On the screen are ways that the public and the companies can donate. We'll accept any kind of donations, large or small. You've heard the story about we like the tinkly kind, but the folding kind's better. All donations are tax deductible and go into an account that's specifically for this project. We have a special fund set aside only for the memorial. At this time, I'd like to have our city manager, Cliff Cahealy, present the new Mesquite Veterans Memorial.
Thank you, Mayor. It's my honor and it's a privilege to present the official project renderings of the Mesquite Veterans Memorial to the public for the first time. Before I proceed, I also want to thank Randy for all of his efforts. We've been working on this for many years now, and it's an extraordinary moment to see this happening, Randy. And so I'm grateful for all of your friendship and your leadership in this process. But in addition to Randy, I'd also like to thank a few other people. Along with Randy, on the Community Design Committee, we've had Babette Bradshaw, who is here. and then Thomas Latham from the Heroes of Mesquite. They both have worked through several meetings to come up with a design worthy of our community. And so it's been truly a community project. It's important to note that how supportive of this city council has been of this project. The council has dedicated city resources to raise awareness and funds for the cause. They purchased land near City Lake Park last year, the home of the Mesquite Veterans Memorial. The Mesquite City Council fully embraces this project and all of our military families and veterans in the community. And for everyone, this is the Mesquite Veterans Memorial. You are looking at it from Galloway Avenue. The overall design includes an audience area for ceremonies and special events, convenient, accessible parking and walking accessibility, accent and security lighting, and opportunities for future growth. I want to take a few moments to go into a little bit deeper design points. This is the site plan view. There will be a crushed granite walk leading from Galloway up to the memorial. Aligned on either side of it will be an opportunity for bricks for donors to purchase. There will be a walking trail and access to the plaza from all sides. And the entire memorial will sit atop a small hill overlooking City Lake Park. Taking a closer look at the plaza, you will see 6 military medallions on the 2 walls with the dedication plaque for the project in the middle. A listing of all those who served and died in action will be listed on this center point facing the street. A nearly 6-foot wide eagle with wings ready to take flight sits atop the dedication column. And a 12-foot diameter granite star at the front of the 2 granite benches with engravings will sit in front of the walkway. In the backdrop, there will be 3 large flag poles for the city flag, the state of Texas flag, the United States flag, and the POW MIA flag. From the lakeside, the view of the wall, you can appreciate the size and the scope of the 77-foot wide memorial and how large the eagle and the flags and other elements will be on the site. We have plans to install 6 large 3D bronze war storyboards as funding becomes available in the future. There will also be additional benches and opportunities for statues to add to the memorial as new donations are made in future years. And this is the view from the walkway at City Lake Park. This will be a large brick retaining wall with Mesquite Veterans Memorial signage displayed. The 3 large flagpoles will tower over the memorial and they will be illuminated at night. Everyone visiting City Lake Park will be able to see this memorial and pay their tributes, just as anybody driving down Galloway Avenue will see it as well. So this is the Mesquite Veterans Memorial design plans. The community should applaud itself for getting to this point in the project after so many years of efforts. Next, we begin our process of getting final construction bids. In the fall, we will begin a donor brick sale so anyone can purchase a brick for the walkway border. We plan to hold a groundbreaking ceremony this November on Veterans Day. And then we hope to dedicate this memorial on Veterans Day in November 2020. And at this time, I would like to ask Randy Lawson of the Heroes of Mesquite to make a brief presentation.
Heroes of Mesquite was established to honor those willing to bravely pay the price for the freedom we enjoy daily. Not a place to celebrate war, but a place to contemplate and find peace. Not just to glorify the fallen, but to remind the living of the tragedy and triumph, whether it was paid with lives or allegiance. This freedom was free to you and I. However, someone else paid the price for it. This memorial was birthed from a dream, not an unconscious mental image, but a desire to see a tangible tribute to the courageous men and women who fought to defend our God-given freedoms. Since the founding of Mesquite, over 648,360 Americans have given their lives to defend our freedoms. 42 of those men are from Mesquite, and my friend David Melton is here to come and read those names.
Let us be reminded of what Christ Jesus said as recorded in the Gospel of John, chapter 15, verse 13, when he said, "Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." And now may we honor those brave men from Mesquite who exhibited the greatest love by laying down their lives on our behalf. Men who made the ultimate sacrifice during their faithful military service. Those heroes are, during World War I, Lewis William Casey, John Robert Newsom. During World War II, Benjamin W. Badgett, Guy H. Berry, Byron H. Browning, Jasper R. Caldwell, Edward E. Cobb Jr., John A. Crane, Samuel T. Gillespie, William E. Gillespie, John L. Hanby, Winifred E. Hayden, William E. Marshall Jr., John E. Meredith, Charles B. Putman, Preston C. Ragsdale, Oscar F. Smith, Leslie W. Stinney Jr. During the Korean War, Charles Rubley, Jerry Smith. During the Vietnam War, Robert Bryan Cotton, John Walter Dunlap, William Thomas Harris, Robert Malachi Howell Jr., Michael Norman Hughes, Johnny Johnson, Gary Lee Labonte, Scott Ferris Moore Jr., Billy Jack Roberts, Jimmy Dale Rogers, James Andrew Swansea, John Michael Weatherford, Michael Dennis Withrow. During Iraqi freedom, Clay A. Craig, Simon T. Cox Jr., Chad Hayden Drake, Jonathan D. A. Emmerd. During enduring freedom, Jeremy S. Border, Devon J. Harris, Raymond J. Munden, Darren L. Wright. During Operation New Dawn, Dustin D. Vincent. Thank you to our heroes. May their sacrifice never be forgotten. Randy.
I want to thank especially those members of the Heroes of Mesquite Board. I know everybody is standing, but if y'all don't mind sitting so I can recognize those. If you would stand, if you have served on the board of Heroes of Mesquite. These people are really the backbone of why we're here. They never gave up, just like me. They wanted this memorial to recognize the heroes that were listed here and also all the veterans that have served. If you're a veteran that has served, would you please stand? thank y'all so much for y'all's service. I'd also like to thank the city council and the Greenhall family for working out a deal for this memorial to be built where it is. This is the perfect place for this memorial. I don't think we could have looked through all of Mesquite and found a better place. So council, thank y'all very much for y'all's support and dedication throughout this, well, 12-year process. And I'm very grateful for this city in recognizing our veterans. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you, Randy. Close out tonight, I also understand from Randy that we have some families of some people that have given their lives here with us tonight, with their two Gold Star mothers, and I believe they're here. Marty Usry, mother of Dustin Vincent, and Debbie Emmerd, mother of Jonathan Emmerd. This Mesquite Veterans Memorial is for all of our veterans, but for you tonight, this is for you. Could you stand where you're at for us, please, so we could recognize you? You know, I mentioned the word journey earlier, and it's been exactly that. It's been a journey. We are right at about halfway there right now, and we are still working, and we are still committed to raising the rest of the money that we need. This memorial, if you haven't heard, is somewhere between $360,000 and $400,000 to build, and we're about $180,000 plus right now. And every day we're working and calling and trying to get businesses and other people to help us. And we hope very soon that we will be able to get out there and break ground, Randy, that we'll have the funds in hand that we can get that started. This design goes a big way to getting us to that point. But I want to thank all of you that are here, all of you that have helped with this, and many in this room as well as on this council have worked towards this, and we're very excited about, as Randy said, finally having a place right down in the heart of Mesquite for everybody to see. So we appreciate everything you've done, and with that, this concludes this part of our program.